what I think would be so cool is like futuristically if we could have these like artificial wombs, like watch the baby growing.
Like in the corner of your house? Yeah, that'd
yes.
be so cool. Yeah.
In this clear little like thing, this capsule.
Wait, I feel like I've seen that in a movie before.
I know. This seems like a little sci-fi movie though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Childless Millennials podcast. I'm your host, Merrisa.
And I'm Bethany.
And on today's episode, we have our first guest. We're going to talk about wanting kids, not being able to have kids. Did you always want to know you want to be a childless millennial? So we're going to dive into that topic today. So everyone say hello to Krista. She's our first guest.
Hi.
Before we dive into the topic, what's in your mug?
Oh, so I have the banana coffee again from Dunkin'. I got a latte. I'm kind of liking it now.
Like you decided
I decided it's better. The more I have it, the more I think it's good. In my Starbucks, surprisingly, like Dunkin' and Starbucks, in my Starbucks, like
Dunkin' and
snake,
Starbucks.
it's in my Starbucks snake Year of the Snake mug from last year.
Cool.
Yeah.
What about you, Krista?
I have coffee I made at home.
Yeah. Is it good?
It is. I love my coffee maker at home. It's amazing. It can do like espresso and everything, and then some almond creamer.
Beautiful.
No flavor this morning.
Let's see.
Getting around it.
Sorry, we got like a little setup here. I have water in this mug today, and this is a Siamese Egyptian cat that my husband got me when he was on tour, and I love it. All right. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
All right, Krista. We're going to learn a little bit about you. So,
Yes.
When were you born?
I was born in 1990.
1990, me too.
June, specifically.
Cool. That's awesome.
So I'm a Gemini.
And I'm just curious, how was your childhood growing up? Like, how was the 90s and 2000s for you?
It was great. Sometimes I'm like, let's go back.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Yeah, it was a really good childhood.
Yeah. Did you grow up in the same area?
I've always lived on Cape.
Cool.
We actually met in like first grade.
Oh, wow, really?
Second grade.
Microphone.
Yeah, second grade.
Yeah. We go like way back.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so if you didn't know, Krista and Bethany are, can I say best friends at this point, right?
We're besties.
We got really good friends. We're besties.
Yeah.
And another fun fact, they're both my brides because I'm a wedding photographer. So I've done both of their weddings. So it's really cool to kind of, come in full circle. Yeah. Okay, cool. So pet children, what do you got?
Yeah, so I always grew up with pets. We had 3 labs in the house growing up. Right now I have an 8-year-old dog and a 17-year-old cat.
Oh my gosh, what are their names?
Sadie the dog and Oscar the cat.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
Yeah, they're adorable and filled with anxiety all the time.
Yeah, we're gonna dive in. Like, we're doing an episode later about like pets and like cats, and one of the topics is like it's actually really hard. Like it's we replace children with them and thinking it's easier when it's actually not.
Right. Yeah.
Cool. And what do you like to do for fun? Do you have any interests?
Well, I recently kind of got into thrifting.
Oh, fun.
So it's kind of like my hobby now, and just trying to redecorate the house so it doesn't stress me out.
I love that. I'm a big advocate in that. Like, I clean my house every Monday, so it's like the only thing I do. So that the rest of the week feels clean and ready to go. So
I'm definitely the same. Like, if the environment is cluttered and stressed,
your brain is
the same.
I get it. Yeah.
So I try to do that and just like more curating things and not just like
totally
it's there and from Marshalls.
Oh my god, Marshalls.
Or whatever.
Oh my god, that's
trying to be more intentional about it.
Tonight. Cool. Bethany, you have any questions for her? You want to get to know her a little bit more?
I feel like I know her.
I know, you know.
No, but funny enough, we weren't like always super close.
Yeah.
Like we were, I feel like acquaintances as kids, and then growing up, like, we kind of were apart more, but then you became friends with, like, my best friend in high school. And then we kind of, like, reconnected a little bit. And then especially when our best friend got married, we were both in her wedding. And then we both were like, why don't we hang out more?
Yeah, like, why aren't we better friends?
Well, we all
Let's
live
do that.
nearby each other. So that's pretty cool. All right, cool. So I guess we're going to dive into the topic now. It's kind of a big topic. I know we're called Childless Millennials, but not all of us Childless Millennials choose to be a childless millennial. Sometimes there's things that get in the way of us not having kids. So I'm going to get right into this question. Do you want kids, or did you ever want kids?
I do now want kids.
Now you do.
My wife and I got married, 3 years about.
It's been 3 years.
I know. Almost 3 years.
Oh my God. Okay.
Or is it 3 years?
Yeah,
Oh
this
my God.
summer I think will be. Is it already? I think this summer, right?
I'm like, we've been together for 7 years,
Yeah.
so
Because it's
yeah, this
2023.
summer-
Yeah.
Math. Yeah, so we'll be together 3 years. Before I got married to my wife, I was married to a man. And I always just kind of assumed it'll happen when it's going to happen. Like, was never trying, never really.
But it was like in the back of your head that like maybe you'll have a kid.
I think it was more in the back of my head that I have to.
Yes, yes.
It was like, that's the next step. That's the logical next thing you have to do.
That's the one thing I like always am talking about. Everyone thinks that you have to follow this line of succession of life, and it just
And I never
you don't.
really, felt like, yes, I want that. Like, it was just like, well, what else?
And do you feel that now?
I do feel that now.
Okay,
So
cool.
now we've talked about it and definitely do want kids. And so we're actively trying, which is crazy. The fertility world's crazy.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say, do you want to touch on like what it's like to try to have kids as a same-sex couple?
Yeah, so, I mean, there's stressors, but, and it's also very expensive.
I was going to say, I would be like, the most stressful thing is probably how expensive it actually is, and how unfair that is. Like,
yeah, because there are some, I mean, everybody does whatever they want. There are some people out there that just didn't plan it or don't want a kid and do have a kid.
Yeah.
And you can kind of see that in how they live their life and parenting and everything. And so we're like, we really want a kid. So, and it can't just be like a mistake. Or like
you have to like actually get into it.
Yeah, you have to like do a lot of blood work and planning and saving and
gosh, I know that can be stressful.
We're like kind of in the middle of it.
Yeah, but I guess that once it does happen, you're gonna be so excited.
Yeah, definitely.
Like
It'll be like, well, we really tried hard and we really want you. And I think probably the hardest part is just like you don't know when it's gonna happen.
Sure.
It's not like, okay, you do all these steps and yes, it equals a baby.
Yeah.
It doesn't. And so, yeah, the middle ground is, because if it's a no, I just want to know if it's a no so I can start that process.
Yeah.
But that's life.
So even if you're going through this fertility kind of thing, you don't know if you can have kids, or you don't, like, is that where kind of like that's at? So it's like,
yeah, like we've been trying for over a year now.
Yeah.
And so I've gotten testing done and they said everything seems to look fine.
Yeah.
But there's also unexplained infertility. So then it's like everything's working.
Yeah.
But we don't know why it's not happening naturally.
So we're the same age. You think age has anything to do with it? Because I know a lot of people are like, you got to have them when you're young. But now we're, how old are we? 36?
I'm going to be 36.
Yeah.
I'll be 36 in June.
Oh, right. We're 35. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I question that.
Well, I was born in October, so like mine's the end. So I'm like, okay, so what year is it?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so anyways, do you think age has anything to do with it? Not that you're old or anything.
I know. People, like, I know somebody that just had a baby at 40.
Yeah, which is like the new 20, I feel.
Right.
Like.
And I'm like, that's great.
Yeah.
But everybody's different, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Would I have easily gotten pregnant at 25? Mm-hmm. Maybe. Who knows?
I think it's, I'm not going to say easy, but I am going to say easier to have a kid now when you're older. I feel like maybe in the past it wasn't that easy, but yeah.
There was a point in time where I was like, I can barely take care of myself.
Yeah.
Like, mental health, not great.
I mean, as any of ours.
Yeah. And so I was like, there's no way I could responsibly take care of another human being.
I know I take my nieces or nephews and I'm ready to just hand them back when I'm done.
Yeah, I do like that.
God.
And then my wife and I joke, like, we're like, it's your own kid, so you know, you'll love them more, or like they won't annoy you as much. And I'm like, will they?
Yeah, I guess you won't know until you have one, right?
You won't know.
That's one of my biggest fears is like having an annoying kid.
I know.
It sounds horrible, but I'm like, if you have a kid that's like just driving you nuts all the time, like sometimes I meet kids and I'm like, I don't know how the moms
like, there is
deal with that kid.
I know.
Reprieve.
No.
That is, unless you get like a babysitter, but then it's like 6 hours maybe.
Yeah.
And you're paying for that.
A nanny to just be around all the time.
Yeah, like there's no like, we're just going on vacation.
See ya.
Going on another cruise.
You gotta come with us.
But like, I think about that also, and I'm like, we really can't even do that right now with the pets. Like, we do have to find care. The cat has diabetes and seizures, so he needs medicine every 8 hours.
Yes, Bethany was telling me about that. I was like, that's wild.
So that's like also a constraint.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, well, would it be that different? I don't know.
I mean, you're already doing a lot, so
I think I just have to like be in it.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, oh, you would be such a great mom.
Yeah.
I'm like, I hope.
So, Bethany, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Did you ever want kids? Do you want kids?
I've never actually really wanted kids. Like, ever since I was a kid, I've always been, like, not into babies, per se. Like, I've always been like, I like animals. I don't like humans.
Yeah.
But it's been kind of like, when I was a kid, I didn't even want to play with baby dolls. Like, just hated them. Never liked it.
Okay.
So it was never in my, I don't know, like, I had a lot of friends that just, like, wanted to play mom and, like, had all these baby dolls, and I was like, definitely not.
So
like,
you
it just
knew
was never something I enjoyed. I was like, can't we just, like, I don't know, pretend we're wrestling an alligator in the backyard? Like,
okay, Steve.
I know, I'm Steve Irwin.
I don't know. So I never had that in me to really, like, I don't know. And I had a lot of friends that had a lot of siblings too, and I had a lot of cousins growing up, and I never even really held an infant until one of my friends had their first kid, like around the same time as like one of your nieces, like 10 years ago about.
Yeah.
So 10 years ago I held my first baby.
I will say they're a little weird the first few months.
I babysat for one of my cousins several years ago. She's now 6. So when she was like 1, 2, something like that, I changed my first diaper ever. Like, it was never something I did. Never. And did I like it? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Do I ever want to do it again? Probably not. But it's one of those things too where I'm like, I like the idea of having a kid.
Yeah.
Like, I like the idea of having, like, a mini me that I can take to Disney World. Like,
Yeah.
that's literally the only thing I want is a kid to bring to Disney.
But if that's the only reason.
But if that's the only reason, it's kind of strange. Or maybe someone to help me with the animals. That's, like, another thing. But
Yeah.
but
Little coworker.
Yeah. But I have, like, a lot of medical traumas.
Mm-hmm.
So the other aspect of me is, like, I don't ever really want to get pregnant, and I don't ever want to, like, go through all of, like, having to go to the doctor. If I could get pregnant and, like, give birth and, like, never actually see a doctor through that whole time, which is, like, not realistic,
yeah.
I would do it.
Yeah.
But because there's so much, like, medical stuff involved in the process, I'm like, nope, the whole thing gives me so much anxiety. I'd probably be bedridden the entire time.
Yeah.
So, like, realistically, I feel like I'm more on the case of, like, I don't know if I could have a kid.
Yeah.
Because of all of that. So I'm like, well, if I ever really want a kid someday, I'm kind of more leaning towards like maybe I'll adopt someday. Because like, we are getting older.
I know.
And I don't know if realistically I'm ever going to be at that point where I feel comfortable doing it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like where I am with it. It's kind of like if it happened, it happened. And like it would be, I'd deal with it, I guess. Like,
I'm in the same boat. So I didn't always know that I didn't want kids because I guess I was following that timeline of like what you should be doing.
Yeah.
So I always thought like, I mean, I'll have a family when I'm older. But as I got older, it's going to sound selfish, but you're allowed to be selfish. I just like enjoying my time. I like to hang out with my husband, and I like to be with my cats, and I like to do things for me. And I feel like if you have a child or multiple, you don't have that, like you said earlier. There is no like you time anymore, and I feel like that scares me a lot. I thought about like freezing your eggs because like I don't know if I want children. I know that I don't want to have children. It's just like this huge like you said, medical thing. You
like
know what
if
I
I could create my own kid in like an artificial womb.
Yes. Well, or if I had the money for somebody else to carry my baby, maybe. Like, but like you said, it's expensive. It's so expensive. So,
like, what I think would be so cool is like futuristically, if we could have these like artificial wombs, like watch the baby growing,
like in the corner of your house. Yeah, that'd be so cool. Yeah,
in this clear little like thing, this capsule.
Wait, I feel like I've seen that in a movie before.
I know. This seems like a little sci-fi movie though.
Yeah. That's how I would want to do it. Where like it's still like a science thing. You can watch it happening. You can like in real time like watch this baby develop, and then but it's not in your body.
No, I feel the same way as you. I want like little like our DNA running around. I think that's like the only reason why I want a child. And then like I said, I don't want to physically have one. So adoption is on our radar for sure. My husband was adopted. He was adopted in the family, so his mother is his grandmother. So that's important to us. So maybe down the road we'll do adoption, and it'll probably be like an older child, one that's like out of diapers maybe, so we didn't miss that whole stage. But did you guys ever think about adoption at all?
We've thought about it. We definitely want to try. We'll probably try IVF first.
Yeah, sure.
We're gonna try IUI.
Yeah,
we've already done at home tries. So then we'll go IUI, IVF, and then reassess.
Yeah,
see where we're at. Yeah, but definitely, we've considered adoption.
Yeah,
and that would definitely alleviate any. I'm like worried about postpartum. Yeah. Like, what am I? My mental health has never been.
I was gonna say, like, you're
tier.
Already like feel kind of mentally unstable. Like, I can't even imagine.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, what is gonna happen?
Sure, that's
what am
scary.
I gonna feel?
Yeah.
How am I gonna feel?
Yeah.
Am I gonna be a different person?
Yeah. I would say yes, probably.
Yeah, I probably am. I'll adjust.
Yeah.
I'm sure. But
that's scary.
My wife and I are pretty great communicators. And so I'm like, even though we are great at communicating, there's still like, it's not going to be just us anymore.
That's like, what I was saying earlier. Yeah. It's
you're
like
sharing that time and like, we can get away for a date, this and that. But like, are we going to lose part of us?
Yeah. I know that's always been a question in my head too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bethany, I know that you said that you just never wanted kids, but did you ever think about adoption? Probably not.
I feel like, later on in life, it was kind of, I don't know. I feel like even when I was younger, I thought about it.
Yeah.
Mostly, like, I loved the movie Annie.
Yeah. Oh my God, me too, though.
I don't know. So, like, I think I did think about it at times.
Yeah.
But then growing up, like, the reality of it is kind of, for one, I don't know if I'd ever be approved for one because of all the animals in my house.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know if there's organizations that would like not care that I've got hundreds of animals in my house. Like obviously they're not all running around, but I feel like sometimes like when it's your own kid, people don't really care. They're like, do your own thing.
Have your thing.
But adopting's totally different. They they have to come to your house multiple times.
I mean,
and, like, really
adopting
get to know
a cat, they wanted me to do a virtual tour of my house. So
yeah. Like, when I tried to get my first a dog, it was like I had to jump through hoops just to try to get a dog. Like,
literally.
it was crazy.
Yeah.
So that's, like, one thing that has been on my mind about it, like, besides the cost, but also just the fact that, and, like, you were saying you'd want, like, a slightly older kid.
Yeah.
Whereas for me, like, I want probably as young as possible, so there's, like, no chance of there being any, like...
Yeah.
I don't know, traumas and things that could be already there.
Too,
I don't know. So, I don't know. It's kind of always been, like, on my mind, especially because I've kind of known most of my life. I don't really know if I ever want to, like, go through the whole pregnancy thing. Yeah, so, it's been kind of like, I've been like, oh, well, that, I guess, would be one of my options along the line if I want a child. Yeah. But, like, the selfish part of me is like, but I want my kid to be like me.
Yes, yeah, your DNA. Like, there's something that, like, you can say about lineage and your family. Like, it's really cool to me to have, like, that actual line of, like, it keeps on going. So, and I understand, like, when you adopt, you can add them into your family tree, but they have their own. You know what I mean? So it's like, I get it. I understand. Yeah. How do you like Childless Millennial life?
I definitely like my own time, my, like, freedom.
Yes.
Kind of just doing, like, I can be here on a random Tuesday. Yeah. And, you know, like, yeah, I do work a lot, but we can just kind of plan a vacation whenever we want. Yeah. We like to cruise a lot. Yeah. I know that's going to be, different for us, but I mean, yeah, the state of the world is on my mind a lot.
I know, it's huge.
And I'm like, oh my god, what are we bringing a child into right now? Yeah. But I feel like there's always gonna be
that's how I feel about stuff. Anything. So, like, is there ever a good time? Yeah. Are you ever going to have enough money? Are you ever going to be actually ready? Right. Like, I feel like even when I moved out of my house, like, after high school to go to college, was I ready? Did I have money for my apartment? No. Did I do it? Yes. It happened. It just happened. Right. So I feel like that's what happens when you have kids.
Like, I heard someone say one time, like, if you wait till you feel financially ready to have a kid, you're never going to have a kid. You're never going to have one.
Yeah, that's insane.
Because, like, I feel like we never feel like we're financially ready for it.
And how about you? How do you like Childless Millennial life?
I like it. I feel like, you know, same idea. We can do what we want when we want. You know, I run my own business like you, and you know, you pretty much work for yourself too, so it's like, you know, we can kind of work around our own schedules. So, like, in that aspect, it's like, bringing a kid in would make it a little bit easier because we do kind of make our own schedules and we kind of can work around it in that aspect, but at the same time, it's just a lot of work, like, running a business too. So, like, even thinking this time of year is like tax seasons, and I have to get all my tax stuff together. And I've got, like, a few weeks to do it, and I'm, like, really stressed out right now. And if I had a kid on top of everything I'm trying to do right now in my life, I feel like I would have to, like, let go of a lot of things that I'm currently doing. Yeah. And, like, right now, besides my business, I help my parents with their business. Yeah.
There's too much going on.
There's just too much going on, and I'm like, that's fine. I like having a lot to do, but I feel like that would be, like, too much, you know? Yeah. But I'm like, I don't know, maybe
I do feel that way sometimes, but then I kind of look back at, like, the past 10, 15 years, and, like, I've thought that before, and I got through it, I survived.
I think about that, too. In high school, I don't know how I did everything I did. I worked a job. I was student council. I played sports. I did marching band. I had straight A's. Like, how did I do that?
When you're in it, I don't think you, like, realize everything. And then you have some time to think about it.
Yeah.
And we also get, like, more tired as we get older. And it's harder to
I'm so tired
That's
all
why
the time.
Everybody says, like, have kids when you're younger. Yeah. So I'm like, am I getting too old for that now?
Now I'm starting to agree with that.
Because they say, like, do it when you're in your 20s, because then you have the energy to run around with your kids and stuff. And, like, I don't have the energy to, like, run around with kids. Yeah. I don't know. Like,
my wife is definitely the more energetic one. Yeah. She plays with my nieces and nephew. Like, she is one of them.
Yeah, that's my husband, my partner. And I'm like, he does the same thing.
Yeah.
And, like, they love that. And I'm like, 5-10 minutes. I'm like, okay, Auntie's gonna just go watch over here.
It like drains me.
Yeah,
it really
a little
does.
bit.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you just like power through, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
For me personally, all of my friends pretty much have kids, and even the new people that I meet, they all have kids, and I've tried to hang out with them, and I think it's just because I can't relate that I was slowly pushed out of the group, and now I just don't even talk to most of them now.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling lonely, which is the main reason why I wanted to start this podcast, because I wanted to meet other people who are childless millennials who may also feel like they're alone, but indeed we're not. So I don't know about you guys, but the friendship.
I for sure, I can relate to that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of my wife and I's friends, like, we have similar friend group now.
Yeah.
A lot of them have kids, and they often hang out together.
Without you. And that sucks,
and I feel like
it?
we don't get invited
Yeah.
because it's just, like, the mom group doing it or something. Like, a lot of them also go to the same daycare.
Yeah.
But we're on the same, like, softball team and everything. So, like, sometimes, like, we won't be invited to stuff. Even with my own nieces and nephews, they'll have, like, a kids party. And so, like, my other siblings invited because they have kids. But I'm not, because I don't.
I mean, I don't know if I'm being, like, ignorant. Like, is that, like...
They probably are like, oh, they don't want to deal with these kids anyways.
No, I do.
And I'm like, I just want to be invited.
I just want to be invited. I do want to contribute. I do want to talk about it. Like, just because I don't have kids doesn't mean I don't want to be a part of anything.
It's that weird middle ground of, like...
They don't have kids. They don't know. They, won't relate. And that is so annoying to me.
Like, we have friends who had, like, a Christmas party, and they're like, oh, just to warn you guys, there's going to be a lot of kids, because they have a little kid.
You're like, cool.
And all of their friends have kids, and they were all bringing their kids over for, like, basically a big play date at this Christmas party, and we're like, whatever, we don't care. Like, at least we were invited. But we walked downstairs at one point, like, to say hi to all the, like, moms hanging out with their kids, and, like, all the moms looked at me, and they're like, I know you do the animal show. And so, like, sometimes I feel like I fit in, but in, like, a weird way, because I'm like, I'm just, like, the animal teacher, I guess, that you guys all know, your kids know, and you know, and everything.
Yeah, because
so it's kind of
you
weird.
work with kids.
Yeah, so then the kids are all coming up to me like, oh, hi, like, how's your fennec fox?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
So I can't go anywhere without that kind of stuff happening.
Yeah. So. It's a weird dynamic, and like I said, I don't know if it's I'm being ignorant, I don't know, or if it's like just because they don't want to have somebody who's clueless, in there. So, I don't know. It makes me kind of sad, but also makes me really happy because now we have this platform to kind of talk to other people who are childless millennials, and regardless if you want kids or not, that's fine. Like,
you can invite me. I still might say no. I mean, like, I'm comfy at home.
Okay,
but
so
I do appreciate the invite.
Yeah, I'm very much an introvert too. Like, I just so much rather, like, 4:00, I just want to be on the couch and I want to play Dreamlight Valley.
Yeah,
and just kind of just chill and decompress on my own.
Yeah, sometimes we just like a cozy night in.
Yeah,
hang with our cats.
Yeah, and then, like, I feel like with people who do not have children, they also want to, like, go out and be out late, and I'm like, I also want to be in bed.
Think of that. Yeah, I know that comes with being on the older side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or by the time their kids are in bed, they're exhausted and just go to bed themselves because they're like, okay, day's done. Like, I'm tired.
I know my girlfriend went to bed like at 8:00 the other day after she put her son down because she was just so tired. Yeah. She's like, I'm going to bed at 8:00. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't.
I know. I hung out with one of my cousins and her husband over the weekend, and they have 2 kids, 7, and I forget how old their son is.
Yeah.
A few years older at least. And then after the kids went to bed around like 8:30 or so, we stayed up because we're like, okay, now we can play like adult games and like hang out more. So we stayed up we stayed at their house until like midnight.
Yeah.
And they live an hour and a half away from us.
Oh my God.
So we didn't get home till 1:30 in the morning, and we went to bed at like 2 a.m., which is so late for us because we go to bed. We sometimes start getting ready for bed at like 9:30, like 10 o'clock.
Oh my God. We literally 9 o'clock comes and we're like TV off, feed the cats, do the dishes. Then we get in bed, but we'll probably do another hour.
That's like us at 9:30, but usually like we don't really fall asleep till like at least 10:30.
Yeah.
Sometimes 11 if we're like showing each other a lot of reels.
My mind doesn't shut off until midnight, so like
I could pass out like so fast. I could just be sitting somewhere and just like fall asleep.
I feel like Nick falls asleep so fast too, but I'm laying in bed, like for example last night I'm laying in bed and I'm literally rehearsing the like intro and outro to today's vlog, and I'm
That's what I do in the shower.
Okay. That's so funny. Oh.
I mean, I do wish I could get into bed earlier, but
I'm not.
I work till 9,
so
I'm not home till like 9:30 maybe.
Yeah.
And then by the time, you know, you got to do the cat's medicine, feed everybody, water everybody.
Water them.
Yeah, water them, you know. Let the dog out for the 18th time.
Yeah.
And then finally we get up. And I think if we're asleep by 10, it's a good night. Because then we're up at 5:15.
Yeah, that's early.
Yeah, that's way too early.
We get up at like
me waking up at 7 today.
Yeah.
That was hard.
Yeah, that's the only thing I wish.
Like every day for us about around 7, yeah.
We usually wake up at 8, but daylight savings was just the other day, so it was really hard today to get up, so I was like, oh my God. That's why I was still doing my hair when you came over. So I guess to end on like a more positive note, because I know that there was like some sad notes that we talked about, some like kind of negative stuff, but to be on the positive side, for me, living the childless millennial life is pretty much what I'm going to do. Like I said, I enjoy having my time. I enjoy being there for my nieces and nephews, because I feel like, I mean, if I had kids, I'm sure that I would still be there for them, but not in the aspect that I am now.
Yeah.
Like I love them to death. Like they're you know, amazing. So, but I'm loving it. I think it's great. I think you guys are pretty much loving the childless millennial life right now too. And yeah. Any other topics, questions you want to talk about?
That is it. Kind of like the same thing. Loving the childless millennial life. I can spend more time taking care of the animals and stuff, because I feel like that's top priority. And
I mean, you knew that since you were like...
Since I was like 3. So,
yeah.
You know, it gives me more time to make sure that all the animals are taken care of and stuff, so...
You want to remind them how many animals you have?
A lot. Like when you were saying, like, make sure they're watered. in my brain, that's like every day when I go down into my reptile room, like, yes, I have a reptile room, I have a mammal room, I have a bird room, that I have bird enclosures outside. So, like, in my mind, I think of, like, watering all my enclosures. Like, I have to top off all the water dishes and all my snakes and all my lizards and mist my frogs, mist my tarantulas. Oh yeah, there is a snake.
Sorry, came from me. Forgot about you.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Because I had 2 snakes together at one point that I didn't realize were male and female. I had like thought they probably were, because when I first put them together, they seemed very excited about it. And then I ended up with a clutch of eggs.
Oh my God.
So I incubated the eggs, and one of the babies ended up with Krista and Amanda.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Didn't you give it to Amanda as like a gift or something?
Yeah.
Because you weren't sold on the whole snake idea, but you were like, I'll do that for my wife.
She really got excited that you had baby snakes, and I was like, no,
you're like,
not
I can
in
do this. I can do this.
And then I thought about it a little more. I'm like, okay, it's fine. It's in a tank, you know. She can take it out if she wants.
Yeah.
And he is cute. I do like talking to him.
Big, small?
He's super big, right? He's
like that long, maybe.
Which like seems big, but like they're skinny.
Yeah,
they're not like
It's not a python.
He's definitely grown since.
Yeah.
But
that's cool.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Shout out to Nick from Killing It Entertainment for producing and editing this podcast. Follow us on all the social medias. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and give us some reviews, thumbs ups, not subscriptions. Subscribe, yes. Subscribe, that's the word I'm looking for.
Subscription.
The more that we get those, the more people are going to see us, and we want to continue to do this for a while. So, yeah, I think that's it. Tell your cats we said hi.